Menu 0 on the Tidradio TD-H3 is bandwidth, and while it might sound like something you only worry about when your Wi-Fi starts buffering your favorite show, in the world of handheld radios, bandwidth is all about how much space your signal occupies on the frequency spectrum. This is the first setting in the menu for a reason. It sets the tone for how your radio communicates with the world. You've got two options, wide and narrow, and while that might sound simple, the impact is anything but. Wide bandwidth means your signal takes up 25 kilohertz. That's the classic old school standard. It gives you fuller audio, more room for your voice to breathe, so to speak. Think of wide like a wide open country road, smooth, spacious, great when there's no one else around, but in a crowded band, that big signal can spill over into adjacent frequencies and cause interference. That's where narrow comes in. At 12.5 kilohertz, narrow gives you a tighter, more efficient signal that's easier to manage when airwaves get busy. It's like choosing a compact car for city driving. You're not showing off, but you're not getting stuck in traffic either. Most modern repeaters and radio systems are built around narrow settings, especially with increasing demands for spectrum efficiency. Regulatory agencies like the FCC have been nudging the industry towards narrow operations for years now, so unless you have a specific reason or you're working with equipment that's stuck in the 90s, narrow is almost always the right call. Now let's talk about how to actually change the setting of your TD-H3. Turn on the radio and press the menu button to enter the settings. Use the up or down arrow keys to scroll to menu 0, bandwidth. Once you're there, press menu again to select the option. You'll see either wide or narrow flashing. Use the arrow to switch between them. Once you've made your choice, press menu to confirm. That's it. It only takes a few seconds, but it makes a big difference in how you sound and how well others hear you. Okay, let's do this together. Now we'll hit menu. We're already on bandwidth because it's 0. We'll hit menu again. It's set to narrow, and we'll hit up to wide or up again back to narrow, and I'll hit menu again to lock it in. That's it. Here's a little tip. If you're programming your channels using software like Chirp, you can also set the bandwidth individually per channel. That way you can mix wide and narrow depending on what each frequency or repeater requires. It's a handy feature, especially if you talk across different systems with different expectations. Some radio users assume wide is better just because the audio sounds a bit richer. That's true if the person on the other side is also set to wide. But if they're on narrow, your audio might come through distorted or clipped. It's like sending a big file to someone with dial-up. Doesn't matter how great it is if they can't receive it properly. That's why sticking with narrow not only improves compatibility, it also keeps your signal clean and polite on the airwaves. So to wrap it up, menu 0 bandwidth is a small setting with a big impact. If you're not sure which to choose, narrow is the best bet. 99% of the time, it's more efficient, more modern, and more in tune with what today's radios expect. Save wide for special cases, simplex tests, or when you're just messing around off-grid. Otherwise, narrow keeps your signal tight, clear, and cooperative. And who really does want to sound that good? Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you in the next video covering menu 1, Squelch. Please like and subscribe to help me grow the channel.